There we go. All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, we got another truck talk lined up. And we got a fun topic to talk about today and a little bit of a video to go along with it that I'm going to be pulling from a stream I did not too long ago. I think it was about 2 weeks ago at the time you're recording this video and putting it out. But I have to say, we're going to be talking about where my name comes from, because that is one very popular question. It's like a frequently asked question that I get all the time is, so VV, what does your name mean? Where did it come from? Where did you get the name the VV Theory from? So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, okay? And then that will segue into another video at the end of this, more like bonus content. It's going to be me taking the Harry Potter house quiz. So I need you guys to guess what house you think I will get in if I were to be in the Harry Potter universe and the sorting hat got placed on my head. Which of the 4 houses would I get placed into? That's just a little bit of fun extra bonus content at the end. Okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's get right into it. I will have everything time-stamped in the general description, and I'll have all relevant links and stuff like that in the comment section below. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to put those down in the comment section below, or hop on the VV Theory Discord. Link will be in the channel description. This video is brought to you by Nin Garden. Pre-orders are now open for the Journey's End playmat featuring the Pirate King, with a 1 in 20 chance to pull the special Wanted Bounty variant. Plus, the Chaos and Crown collection, including the Berserk and Absolute Ruler playmats, are available at a discounted price. Nin Garden is also introducing their new soft cloth hybrid playmats, now available with select designs. And don't forget to use the code TheVV at the checkout to get 8% off on your next order. Now, let's do this. So, where did my name come from? The VV Theory. What does it mean? Where did it come from? It's a long story. And when I was thinking about how I wanted to do today's video, I really considered doing a video and maybe turning it into a 3-part series. Maybe I will still do that in the future, kind of talking about my roots, how I got into gaming, because there's a direct correlation with my name and me being a gamer. But that's for another video. That's for another time. But as far as my name goes, I have to first go back a little bit and say that I do love video games. And like I said, that's going to be a topic for a whole nother video. We're not going to dive into that today, but I love video games. I love, fantasy and things like that. And I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter's one of my favorite video franchises or storylines or whatever you want to call it, right? I really like the Harry Potter universe. I think it's really cool and it's really interesting. And there's a character, and by the way, that should start making sense, right? If anyone was wondering why in the world are we going to be doing a Harry Potter house quiz at the end of this video, now it's probably starting to make a little bit more sense, right? Because my name actually comes from Harry Potter, believe it or not directly. I had to do some finagling and shifting over time. It's like an entire Inception level of how my name came to be. The explanation of it, it's a lot of layers. But it kind of starts with Harry Potter. There is a character in the Harry Potter universe, and their name is Dumbledore. That's just their last name, though. Their full name, they have 5 names in their name, and their full name is Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. And I remember thinking when I first heard that name, that's one of the coolest names I've ever heard in my life. Just generally speaking, the name Wulfric, I love that name. There's another really cool name in the world of Harry Potter or whatever as well. Godric Gryffindor is another character in there, but I didn't want to have that in my name because I don't know, I'm a Christian. That almost seems like blasphemous or something. I'm not trying to say I'm God or anything like that. So Godric is an awesome name, but I didn't want that to be my name. Unless there's like some other meaning to it. I've never looked into like the full etymology of all these names, but Wulfric, I loved that. I'm like, okay. And I kind of see myself in that, like the lone wolf type, so to speak, especially at this stage in my life where I'm solo, right? For those who don't know anything about me, I'm divorced and I'm solo. That's the way I want to be. And so this name Wolfric was really cool to me, and I thought, okay, I want to make that my gamer tag, my gamer alias, and that became my name. It was my name for many, many years, just Wolfric, and I spelled it a little bit differently than how it was spelled in the Harry Potter books. I spelled it the way that I wanted to, so I made it W-U-L-F-R-I-K, Wolfric, and I just thought that was cool. So what ended up happening was, over time, I got into another game where they had unique names, like not the account name. You always have to have like a unique account, right, where that's tied to whatever you're doing. But there was a name, like for names on the server, like your character's name had to be unique as well. And someone had taken my name before I started playing the game, so I was like, okay, well, crap. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to change it to something else. But my roommate at the time, a good friend of my family, he was my brother's best friend growing up, Tristan. Big shout out to Tristan if he's listening. He goes, hey, why don't you, I know you like the name Wolfric. Why don't you change the W to 2 V's? And I was thinking, it's odd. I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I wasn't even catching on at first. Like, it went right over my head. And he's like, well, no, like, so, like a W is basically just 2 V's combined. And then I was like, oh, okay, all right, I love that. And so I started thinking, okay, I'm going to use that. So my name from then on was like VV Ulfric, right? But it looked like Wolfric. So that was the origins of the 2 V's, okay? Now, how did it become the VV Theory? Well, I got into card games many years ago, before I even had the alias Wolfric and with the 2 V's and all that. I got into card games back in, like, I don't know, I think it was 2008. And I played video games back then, but I didn't have the gamer tag of Wolfric yet. I didn't use that yet. So I got into card games many, many years ago, and when I decided to start playing card games again, I was trying to find a game to, I guess this will be a second origin story here, guys, of how I got into the One Piece trading card game. I had never even heard of One Piece, never even heard of it, like the actual franchise, not just the card game, the whole franchise. I didn't know what One Piece was. And but my son liked the anime. My son and his friends at school liked the anime. And it was in the summer of 2023 where I don't know if it was exactly the summer, but it was right around the summer of 2023. And I was trying to get my son out of the house. We stay inside and we play video games. I'm a gamer, guys. I'm a gamer. And my son is too. He liked video games as well. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, does it? But here's the funny thing is I was like, okay, let's go to, let's go down to the card shop and let's see if we can find anything to do, anything to get us out of the house. Because I remembered card games, I kind of missed them, and I was like, I want my son to experience card games. And we go to the card shop, and they had a One Piece trading card game. Now, it was in set 2 at the time. Like, whenever I found out about it and went to the store, they were in set 2. I thought, okay, I didn't think much of it at first. I mean, all right, sure, we'll try this game. I don't really like One Piece, but I'll still try it, because I want to find a game that I could play with my son. And I like card games. So, okay, perfect. We met in the middle, right? We met in the it was the perfect middle point to meet at, because he likes One Piece, even though I don't. I like card games, even though he probably doesn't. I had no idea at the time. He ended up not liking card games, guys. Spoiler. Unfortunately, my son did not really care for card games. But it is what it is. But we started playing One Piece, and I fell in love with the game. I was like, this is incredible. I just thought the game was so unbelievable, because my roots were Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone. I started messing around with Flesh and Blood around the same time, started messing around with Digimon a little bit at the same time. I've played a lot of card games in my day, guys. But One Piece was very unique. It was very different. It was very special to me. It was incredible. And fell in love with the game. So at the time, I was a full-time teacher. I was teaching art, and I was teaching middle school at the time, and I just moved up to, I was going to start teaching high school, and I started teaching high school that very next school year when I got into One Piece. And the first year of me doing content creation, like as a YouTube content creator, my first year of putting out a video every single day, I was also working a full-time job as a teacher. I was an art teacher at a high school. But when it came to making the name, well, let me back up a little bit. I thought, okay, this is such a fun game that I kind of want to make a YouTube channel, because the game was new enough back then. It was only like, I think the game was like 4 months old at the time. It was something like, I can't remember, because it was in set 2 in the West. So I think it was like 4 to 5 months old. And I was like, okay, it's early enough where I think I could probably, hit the ground running. I'll hop in as a content creator and see if I can get anything going. If not, I'll just keep being a teacher, What'll it hurt? And then I started thinking, well, what am I going to name this channel? And I started thinking, like, okay, how are we going to name this? And I remember my name, Wolfric, my gamer tag, Wolfric, and I thought, okay, we'll call it, like, I want this to be like a theory crafting channel. I want this to be a channel on just like pure theory crafting and game mechanics and things like that, and maybe over time we'll get into other stuff. And I thought, okay, we'll call the channel Wolfric's Theories, like without the V's, by the way. Like, we'll just call it Wolfric's Theories. And then I started thinking, nah, that's a little too much. Like, who is Wolfric? No one's gonna really know me at first, which is fine with content creation. No one's gonna know you at first anyway, right? But I thought, okay, Wolfric's Theories. It's too. I felt like it was too generic. And I thought, okay, well, what about if we make it VV Wolfric's Theories? We'll make it with the 2 V's. We'll make it Wolfric's Theories, but with the 2 V's for the W. And I'm like, okay, that's a little more unique. This is a little bit more interesting. And then I started thinking, well, what about the Wolfric Theory? Because I didn't like theories, plural. I didn't like the theories, plural. So I thought, what if we make it the Wolfric Theory? And I'm like, okay, now we're getting close. Now we're getting close to something that I think I'll like. And then I started thinking, what if I just make it the VV Theory? And, that has its own, shroud of mystery to it. When someone reads that, they're not going to have any idea what that means at first. It's like, what is the VV Theory? It's funny, some people even joke like, oh, it's like Nefeltari VV, right? It's the VV Theory. It's like, no, it's not that. I don't have any Nefeltari VV theories for you. But no, that's where it came from, though. It's like, okay, again, it was like Inception levels of name creation, but it ended up being the VV Theory. And I was like, oh, I like that. I like the way that sounds. And it's like I said, it's also like, it's a mystery. There's enough, how do I say it? There's not enough information when you first read it, but it also kind of comes across as the W Theory, like with the 2 V's together. It's like the W Theory, which I liked as well, because that's like the winning theory. That'd be like something that'd come to someone's mind maybe. So yeah, that's kind of how that's how the name came about. Not kind of, that is how the name came about. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the intro or not, but I get that question all the time. So now this video will serve as a nice, way to explain that. So I don't have to do like a 10-minute story every time I have to explain it to a new person, especially on stream. The poor people on the stream, I have to explain my name probably once a week. And now whenever someone asks like, hey, Vivi, where'd you get your name from? Now I can just be like, check out this video, and they'll be able to go from there. Well, yeah, tell me what you guys thought about that. How crazy is that story? The way that name came out of nowhere. Like I said, it's like, okay, it all starts with Harry Potter the franchise. And then when you marry the Harry Potter franchise in my life to the gaming in my life, it created the name Wolfric for me from Dumbledore, right? His middle name. And then I made it my own. And then from there, it evolved into something totally different with the 2 V's because of someone in my life, one of my personal friends, my personal life friends. A good friend of my family was like, oh yeah, change the W to the V's. And then it's like, okay, now we get away from Harry Potter, we get away from gaming, and I move on in life, and I go into playing cards again, and I want to make a channel, and it's like, okay, let's make it the Wolfric Theory or Wolfric's Theories. Then it went into, the Wolfric Theory and then the VV Theory, and that was the name I finally settled on. It went all over the place, right? But yeah, the name, I really liked it. Once I said it out loud, that was when I knew, it was one of those things where it's like the VV Theory. I was like, oh, yeah, I like that. It's got a certain ring to it. I like that one. And that's why I decided to keep it. Some people might think it's dumb, and that's fine. But yeah, that's where it came from. Okay, now, so I'm going to go ahead and move over to the final part of this video. I'm going to hop off, and you guys are going to see, this was from a stream, real quick for anyone who's listening. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. on YouTube, on the VV Theory channel on YouTube, from 9 p.m. Eastern to 12 a.m. It's like a 3-hour window every single week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It ends up being like 9 hours. And it's completely free to be on the stream, or like to come in, and watch the live stream. I've had some people get mad at me because I do put all the VODs of my streams, which is like over 100 different videos now at this point. Hundreds of hours of content. But I put the VODs behind a paywall, so that way my members were getting something out of the channel, because people wanted to support me by becoming members, and there was nothing I could give them. So I've had people get mad at me like, oh, why are you paywalling your stuff? It's like, well, number one, I don't paywall anything. And number two, the only thing that's technically paywalled is the VODs to the stream. If you want to watch the stream, just come hang out with us live at the times I said. But for the VODs, yeah, I had to have some kind of benefit to the members who pay to support me. So that's kind of the idea there. But yeah, be sure to stop by those streams, guys. We have a good time on there. And what you're about to watch is me doing a live, how do you say it? Is me doing the sorting hat test live, the Harry Potter house quiz live. So you guys guess right now. Tell me what y'all guessed, like maybe make a comment saying what you think I should have lined up on, right? So there's 4 houses in Harry Potter. There's Hufflepuff, there's Gryffindor, there's Ravenclaw, and then there's Slytherin. What do you guys see me as? So for those who, I should probably break it down for people who have no idea about Harry Potter. So I would say Hufflepuff is known for their friendliness and just being very, very, it's not just friendliness, but like hospitality and loyalty and stuff like that. Gryffindor, I would say there's some carryover there. There's definitely loyalty with Gryffindor as well, but it's more about bravery and courage and standing up to adversity and things like that. And then the Ravenclaw one is all about book smarts. It's all about knowledge and information. And then the 4th one is Slytherin. That's all about ambition and cunning and doing what you have to get the job done, right? So very cool. Tell me what y'all think that I get in the comment section below, and then see if you got it right by the end of it. So all right. So now we're gonna hop over to that video. The Hogwarts House Personality Test is an enchanting quiz. It's enchanting, is it? Designed to identify which of the 4 Hogwarts houses from J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World fits you best. Just like the sorting hat at Hogwarts, this quiz examines your personal traits, values, and choices to determine your most suitable house. Hey, hang on, guys. We got to go full screen for this. We got to really, we need the full experience. Okay, whether you're a devoted Potter fan or new to the magical realm, these carefully crafted questions. Carefully crafted questions? The triple C alliteration, but it's a Q. Look at that. It's a Q for the 3rd C. That's awesome. Will help you discover if you embody Gryffindor's courage, Slytherin's ambition, Hufflepuff's loyalty, or Ravenclaw's wisdom. Okay, remember, it's not the house that defines you. It's your decisions and actions. Ready to find out where you truly belong at Hogwarts. Okay, I'm going to read these real quick, and then we're going to do it. I'm actually about to read all of this. All right, hang on. We're reading all of this. I'm loving this, guys. I'm not reading the chat for a second. I'm going to put a poll up in the chat. What do y'all think I'm going to get? Okay. Which house will I land in? Okay. Gryffindor. Let me make sure I spell this right. Slytherin. Slytherin. Hufflepuff. Or Ravenclaw. Okay, guys, which house do you think I'm going to land in? Yo, Tiago with the Tier 1 support. Thank you so much for becoming a Tier 1 member. Really appreciate that, Tiago. Thank you so much, man. All right, guys, I'm not reading the chat for a second because I have to blast through this because it is getting kind of late. I don't want to, run out of stream time. We still got 30 minutes. We're good. Okay, Gryffindor, courage, bravery, and determination. Members of Gryffindor are known for their boldness and daring spirit. They face challenges head-on and prize bravery and chivalry above all else. Chivalry? I don't know, guys. I don't know about that one. Slytherin, ambition, cunning, resourcefulness. Oh, okay. Slytherins are driven by ambition and thrive on clever strategies. They are resourceful, determined, and excel at achieving their goals. Okay. Hufflepuff, loyalty, patience, and hard work. Hufflepuffs value fairness, inclusivity, and dedication. They are recognized for their patience, reliability, and genuine kindness towards others. And then Ravenclaw, wisdom, creativity, and intelligence. Ravenclaws are celebrated for their wit, thirst for knowledge, and original thinking. They continuously seek to expand their understanding of the world. So I will tell you this much right now, guys, at least when I first read these, Slytherin and Ravenclaw jump out at me for sure, okay? About our sorting quiz, our Hogwarts house personality test is crafted to help you find the house that aligns best with your character by guiding you through the series of tailored questions. We aim to reveal whether you're naturally brave like a Gryffindor, cunning like a Slytherin, loyal like a Hufflepuff, or wise like a Ravenclaw. Just like the sorting hat, our quiz evaluates your core traits and preferences. We use a unique algorithm to analyze your answers and assign you to the house that matches your individuality. Whether you're a longtime fan or just starting your magical journey, our quiz offers a delightful way to experience the wonders of Hogwarts. Get ready to uncover your true house and let the adventure begin. Okay. Start the quiz. All right. Hogwarts house sorting quiz. Welcome to the Hogwarts house sorting quiz. Answer these questions truthfully, and the sorting hat will determine which house you belong to. Okay. There's 17 questions. All right, here we go. You've made it to Hogwarts, which means you've already bought a wand from Ollivander's. What material is at its core? All right, phoenix feather, dragon heartstring, unicorn hair, or rare and unusual core? I'm going with phoenix feather. Okay, during the end of year exams, you noticed that one of your classmates was using an enchanted quill. Oh, that sneaky devil. That sneaky devil. An enchanted quill. You come top of the class anyway, but they are second. What do? Tell the professor immediately. Cheating is wrong no matter what. Nothing, but if I had come top of the class, I'd definitely tell the professor. Encourage other students to admit they've done what they've done to the professor. Analyze the enchanted quill to learn how it works. It's either B or D for me. Knowing how the enchanted quill works sounds pretty good to me. Nothing, but if I hadn't come top... Where's just the nothing option? Yeah, I'm just going to analyze the enchanted quill. We're going to learn more. You would be most hurt if a person called you cowardly, ignorant, unkind, or weak. Okay, if someone calls me ignorant, it's like, no, don't care. Unkind? Do I want to be unkind? Like, that sounds like, I don't know. Cowardly. Weak. I don't know. Guys, I do not know this one. I would be most annoyed if someone called me weak or cowardly. Like, calling me ignorant doesn't do anything to me, but calling me, like, cowardly or weak would probably mean more. Unkind, I'd be like, oh, okay, right? Like literally, who cares? Literally, who cares about unkind or ignorant? I'm going to go with weak. If you call me weak, if you call me weak, we're throwing hands, bro. It's just that simple, right? Okay, you're locked in a duel with a skilled opponent. They fire an unknown spell at you, and you shout... I'm not shouting Serpent Sorcery. I know that's the Slytherin one. Stupefy seems pretty good. Expelliarmus is going to probably do the trick. Stupefy or Spelliarmus? I'll take Expelliarmus. Okay, it's your 5th year at Hogwarts, and you've just received a howler from your parents. What for? Oh, jeez. Sneaking into the Forbidden Forest at night on a dare? Bro, at first when I saw the DA, I was like, on a date? Bro, we got some crazy students over here. Getting caught trying to enter the restricted section of the library? Being put in detention for hexing a bully who was picking on your friend. Oh, man, I like that one. Getting caught out of bed while exploring secret passages in the castle? Yo, that's me. It's that one. It was that or C. It was that or C. I like that, the second to last one. It takes a great deal of... Okay, hang on. Which of these Dumbledore quotations speaks to you the most? It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. Differences of habit and language are nothing at all if our aims are identical and our hearts are open. What? What? Differences of habit and language are nothing at all if our aims are identical and our hearts are open. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Greatness inspires envy. Envy engenders spite. And spite spawns lies. Probably one of these bottom two. I like the first one a lot. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. I'm going with that one. Okay, which of these most accurately describes your relationship with your closest friends? Okay. We're always ready for the next adventure or challenge, for sure. We support each other unconditionally and value loyalty above all, for sure. Wait a minute, is this going to be like a hard one? We enjoy intellectual discussion and often challenge each other's ideas. That's definitely it. It's definitely C. We have a tight-knit group and are selective about who we let in. Not that one. That's the Slytherin one. But yeah, for me, it's definitely C. Which of your traits are you most proud of? Courage and determination, loyalty and ability to work hard, intelligence and creativity, ambition and resourcefulness. Why are these so hard? Why are these so hard? I literally would like to pick all 4, please. Where's like E, the E option, all of the above? Like those are all things that I seek that I would like to go for. But I think for me it's like intelligence and creativity or ambition and resourcefulness. It's not courage and determination. Well, in some ways determination. Loyalty for sure too though. All right, this one's like a lose-lose one. We have to just pick one because I'm taking too long. Ambition and resourcefulness. That's close to creativity. Like, I wish I could pick 2. I wish I could pick intelligence and resourcefulness. We're going with resourcefulness. I don't know about ambition, though. And saying you're proud of your intelligence almost sounds like narcissistic. Whatever. We're going with ambition and resourcefulness. The first Quidditch match of the season is approaching. What's your role? Oh, man. I'm a seeker, ready to win the game for my team. I'm a chaser, working with my teammates to score points. I'm in the stands analyzing game strategies and player statistics. And I'm the team captain planning out our path to victory. It's A or D for me. It's A or D for me, guys. I think I'm the team captain. I think I'm the captain. I like the seeker ready to win the game for the team, but that's kind of like more like by yourself. I'm going to go with I'm the team captain. You're allowed a pet at Hogwarts. Which do you choose? It's an owl every time. Oh, a raven. Oh my goodness. A cunning and impressive snake, if I can get away with it. An intelligent and mysterious raven. A friendly and cuddly cat. Absolutely not. A loyal and brave owl. No, we're getting a mysterious raven for sure. I want a raven so bad in real life, guys, but it's illegal to have a raven in Florida. How messed up is that, dude? It is illegal to have a raven in Florida. It's Saturday, you've finished your homework, and you have some free time. Where do you go? To the card shop. That's common sense. The Quidditch pitch for an impromptu flying session. The kitchen to chat with the house elves and maybe help out. The library to research an interesting magical theory. A magical VV theory. The room of requirement to practice some advanced spells. Oh, man. It's C and D for sure. It's C or D. The library to research an interesting magical theory, or the room of requirement to practice some advanced spells I don't want people to know about. X-Hand said, get a crow instead of a raven. Nobody will know the difference. Yeah, for real. I probably should. This one is so hard. I could take C or D for this one. I'll probably just research some magical theory, though. What would you see in the mirror of Irised? The mirror of desire, right? Myself having accomplished a great and noble deed. Myself surrounded by a loving family and friends. Myself having unlocked all the secrets of magic and the universe. Myself in position of great power and influence. I'll take myself unlocking all the secrets. Which of these magical events would you most like to experience? The Triwizard Tournament, helping to organize a grand feast in the Great Hall, a lecture series by history's greatest wizards. Oh, yeah, that one for sure. An exclusive party in the Slytherin. An exclusive party in the Slytherin common room? Come on, bro. Sorry about that, guys. I had a cough real quick. I'm going to take the lecture series. You're having trouble mastering a new spell. How do you approach this challenge? I keep practicing until I get it right, no matter how long it takes. I ask my friends to practice with me and encourage each other. No. I research the theory behind the spell to better understand its mechanics. I find creative ways to master the spell, and others might not have. Oh my goodness. A, C, and D. A, C, and D are all ones I would do. Like, I would keep practicing until I got it right, but I would also research the theory behind the spell to better understand its mechanics. But I would also try to find my own creative way to master the spell that others might not have thought of. I'm going with D on that one. Okay, we got 3 more questions, guys. If you could create a new potion, what would it do? Give the drinker immense courage and strength, heal any injury or illness, enhance the drinker's intelligence and creativity, or allow the drinker to shape shift at will? Probably heal any injury or illness. Yeah, for sure. Which path do you intend to follow after leaving Hogwarts? Become an Auror and fight dark wizards? Yeah, probably. Work at St. Mungo's healing magical maladies? 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 Maladies. That gave me, oh, what's it called? Not Happy Feet. Surf's Up. They gave me Surf's Up vibes. These are maladies. Join the Department of Mysteries to uncover magical secrets. Pursue a high-ranking position in the Ministry of Magic. Yo, we're becoming an Auror and we're fighting dark wizards. That's just common sense. All right. And finally, we know that the Sorting Hat takes into account your preferences. So which Hogwarts house do you feel you identify with most closely? Probably Ravenclaw or Slytherin. I would say Ravenclaw. Wait, did it like just give me what I wanted? Wait, could I have just clicked on the one I wanted the whole time and it would have done that? Yeah, alright, let's see what people said. Alright, we're going to end the poll right here. Okay, so the poll is in. Slytherin got 20%, Ravenclaw 23%, Gryffindor 24%, Hufflepuff 33%. How did y'all think I was Hufflepuff, man? That's crazy. Guys, Ravenclaw is the theory one. Ravenclaw is like the theory thing. The theory thing. I thought you were going to go Slytherin. Yeah, Slytherin. I thought it was for sure going to be Ravenclaw or Slytherin. Okay, let me blast through the chat real quick, see what's going on. All right, guys, that's it. That's that. So tell me what y'all thought down in the comment section below. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Just a fun little video. That's all this was meant to be. Did y'all guess right? Did y'all get the right house for me for Harry Potter? Who thought I was gonna be Ravenclaw? Who thought I was gonna be Hufflepuff? When I did the live stream, everyone thought I was gonna be Hufflepuff. What's going on there? What's going on there? No, but I had a few people who thought I was going to be maybe Gryffindor, maybe Slytherin, but I think Ravenclaw was like the least guessed one, and that's what I ended up being. So who thought that? Who thought I was going to be Ravenclaw? Who got it right, and why? What were you thinking? Or if you thought I was another one, tell me why you thought I was the other house. Either way, just meant to be fun, guys. There's no. It was just a pure guessing game, right? No one could have known otherwise. It was just totally a shot in the dark. You had a 25% chance of getting it. All right, I'm done. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Until next time, peace.